Hello and welcome back to Jules Math Tools. In our session today, we are converting a decimal number in the tens place into degrees. Now in this session, we're also working with a whole number part of our number. So we make sure that you stay tuned to see how to convert these numbers into degrees. In our first example today, we're going to be converting our number 3 and 1/10 into degrees. Now remember in our first session, when we were converting these type of numbers to degrees, one of the things I reminded you of is that your decimal number will always be multiplied to a revolution, which is equal to 360 degrees. So we're going to be taking our 360 degrees and multiplying it to 3 and 1/10. So 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3. We're going to add in our 0 and begin multiplying by our 3. 3 times 0 is 0, 3 times 6 is 18. We'll put our 8, carry our 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 will equal to 10. So let's sum our numbers together. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 6 plus 0 is 6. 3 plus 8 is 11. We put our 1, carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, and we're going to bring down the other 1. So now we're going to go back to our numbers because we are multiplying with decimal numbers and count to see how many digits are behind our decimal point. So in my 360 degrees, there's no digits behind the decimal point. And my 3 and 1/10, there is 1 digit behind the decimal point. So in total, in our answer, we should have 1 digit behind our decimal point. So we're going to count our 0, which is 1, and add in our decimal point. So my 3 wholes and 1/10 in degrees is 1116 degrees. And remember that for this degree, this should make sense because our 3 tells us that we have 3 completed revolution. That means we have 3 of these 360 degrees plus an additional 1/10 of our degree. So just keep that in mind whenever you are multiplying or converting a number into degrees and you have a whole number part involved. Remember that whole number represents how many completed or how many full parts of that revolution that you already have in addition to the decimal part. Okay, so let's look at a second example. So feel free to pause the video, convert your 7 and 3/10 into degrees, and then when you're ready, unpause and work along with me to see if both of us got the exact same answer. So remember that our 7 and 3/10 is going to be multiplied to 360 degrees. So 360 degrees times our 7 and 3/10. So 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. We'll put our 8, carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 will give us 10. We're going to add in a 0 and begin multiplying by our 7. So 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 6 is 42. We'll put our 2, carry the 4. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 4 will give us 25. Let's sum our numbers together. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. 0 plus 2 will be 2. 1 plus 5 is 6. And we'll bring down our 2. Again, we're working with decimal numbers, so we're going to go back and count how many digits are behind our decimal point. In 360, there is 0. And 7 and 3/10, there is 1. So in total, we will have 1 digit behind our decimal point. So we'll count 1, add in our decimal point, and my 7 and 3/10 is equal to 2628 degrees. Okay, so there you have it. We just converted our decimal number into degrees when it's in the tens place, and we also have a whole number involved. So remember that your whole number represents how many full or completed parts of your revolution you already have, and the decimal part just represents a portion or a fraction of the 360 degrees that you will be adding along with that whole number part to get your degrees. So what I'm basically trying to remind you is that whenever you have a whole number involved, remember that your degree conversion should be larger than 360 degrees. And the larger the whole number is, the larger the degrees is going to be. Okay, so until next time, this is Jules Math Tools, where we make math easy.